Welcome, everybody, to the Breachers VRML Season 1, final week of Season 1, Week 13. My name is Nightfire versus 2Es, and today we are jumping into Ignite versus Eternity, two top teams in the VRML competing for a chance to potentially be in the top 7. Ignite ranked 8th currently overall, with Eternity, Restart, and Indomitable sitting 5, 6, and 7 just above them. And Eternity sitting again 5th, so comfortably in the top 7, although who knows what a loss would cause this afternoon, because Restart is also playing this roughly the same time. Their match starting 30 minutes from now, unfortunately not broadcast to my understanding, but we'll try and maybe jump into it if we can, if it's still live after this. I anticipate this to be a good series, though. It's the final week. It is the last match before we get into the postseason starting in January. Every weekend of January filled with high-tier action, the top teams battling it out against each other. And I'm really looking forward to getting in to that postseason. It's an incredibly hyped time with the best teams fighting for what is now our 9,000 in cash and hardware prize pool, coming in from all of our sponsors and, of course, Triangle Factory, culminating into a cash and hardware prize pool that we're super proud to offer up for Season 1. Those sponsors include HyperX, offering fantastic products like you see here, the Cloud 2s, the Procast, mice and keyboards that I like to use, the Pro Tube, fantastic stock option that helps stabilize your aim in game. Connect your controllers to it. Helga, the esports bot manager, a bot that helps you schedule your matches for VRML. It's a bot made by VRML players for VRML players. And obviously Triangle Factory, supporting the VRML since the inception, the start of the Breachers League, and offering up in-game branding on top of those 2 gun skins. So we love to be in the lobby. We really appreciate the support there. But then also 2 gun skins that you'll be able to, one, exclusively earn by competing, and then one that you'll be able to buy with credits. It's a super exciting partnership that we have with Triangle Factory, and we really do appreciate their support and enabling us to bring you a fantastic action-packed season of Breachers games. Just waiting for Eternity to jump into the lobby, and then we should be underway. And I'll go ahead and make sure they're not waiting on us to start up anything, but they do need 5, obviously, before they can jump in. And once we have the full lobby, we will hop in to map number 1, which is looking to be still waiting on the vote. So we'll take a look at the match history and kind of get an idea of what we could be getting into for our first map of the final series for these 2 teams this season. Of course, a reminder that we do have the Challenger Cup, January 6th and 7th, the first weekend of January, where teams that are ranked 8th and below will compete for that 8th spot and ultimately that in-game gun skin. So a lot on the line for that championship, or the Challenger Cup, excuse me, and we're really excited to get into that in January. We do have, of course, that break week coming up, but man, it's been a long season, and you see these teams have played a lot of games. Over 15 matches played on Ignite, 15 matches played actually on Ignite, and 13 on Eternity. That is, I think, a match every week for the entirety of the season. So definitely, and then some challenge matches on top of that with Ignite. So certainly a lot of experience coming in this afternoon, and I do notice that some people have commented that the below ticker is showing tennis esports matches. That is correct. It's a bit of a bug right now, but we're working on getting the API fixed, so we won't have the map overlay this afternoon or that scoreboard that you're familiar with. But hopefully we will have that fixed, ideally by the weekend. But for sure, let's check what day it was. For sure, by January for that postseason. The reason being, of course, because the update just came out yesterday that added a new map, and almost every time there's an update that comes out, the API unfortunately does have some issues. So we'll get those fixes out soon enough, but it's is a cause of that recent update and the new map being recently added in to the game. It's not in the VRML map pool, I believe, and it won't be something that players can choose in season in the postseason when we get into that Challenger Cup and round robin and finals. But it's exciting to have in the game, and it's exciting to anticipate this new map, how it's going to impact things going into a new season for Season 2 next year. So a lot to look forward to, and really excited about the postseason in particular, and really matchups like this one. This one's definitely going to be a good indicator into what we can expect the first weekend of January, because these two teams could very well face off against each other. Maybe not. Eternity, again, I don't think can get knocked out of the top 7. We could see these two teams fighting in the round robin again if Ignite does climb up to that top 7, climb through the round the Challenger Cup. Man, there's so much. The Challenger Cup going on. I'm also a bit scatterbrained because we also have the Onward season finals coming up this weekend. So if you did want to check that out, you can also catch that action. We also just posted, on the note of Tennis Esports, our first broadcast of Tennis Esports. So we're also starting to do casts, and there should be some live casts coming up for Tennis Esports next week. So you can check that out during the off weeks, or maybe we'll be taking off then. I'm not sure. But regardless, there is going to be live broadcasts of Tennis Esports coming in the near future, and so it's there's a lot going on, and my brain's a bit scattered, so I do apologize. You're seeing clips from some previous games, Formula 3, Static Creed, I think Aspect and Dominable also in there. And, man, we've had some great series leading up into these final weeks, this final weekends of the regular season. I'm so excited. Apologies, I hit the wrong button. I am so excited to get into the action here for round number 1 between Eternity and Ignite. Eternity on the defense, Ignite on the attack to start things off. Curious to see what Ignite's going to be bringing to the table this afternoon. What kind of focus level are we going to see from these teams? Because, man, we saw a very disciplined F3 squad run through a 14-0 series earlier this week. So the top 7, the teams that are in it, squads like Eternity, are playing very well. And we'll have to see if Eternity is going to live up to those top 7 expectations. Round 1 does kick off. Drone quickly following the foam. Gets a indication of where a defender could be. Ultimately, though, they have to fly down and assume. They catch one out. A nice tap there from Bay over the top, and McGrinch scooping up a kill. Ignite absolutely flying in here against Eternity, and Juice goes down, and with 4 alive, a Stellar's full squad breach nets them round number 1 and an opening lead on offense. Wow. Not what I would have anticipated to be the starting opener round on the pistol set between these two teams. Eternity, in one of our earlier interviews in the season, a squad that was in the top 7, was at one point very high in the top 7, and since then, they haven't dropped out. They are still. Oh no, I was thinking Ignite. Yeah, Eternity's still in the top 7 right now, ranked number 5th. Ignite is 9th. Eternity is 5th. Ignite is 9th. So Eternity, a top 7 team, for that to be the opening, it's definitely impressive for Ignite. And if anything, you got to be concerned if Ignite doesn't win here. This is going to be a team that a lot of people are going to be going up against in the Challenger Cup, or at least 5 people could be going up against. Penny Packer will get aggressive, counter some early pushes, get out underneath the drone, and find a bottom floor kill. Some guesswork. McGrinch does catch Penny. The Taurus catching some kills out, and some big investments from Ignite that may pay off soon enough. They got the Marui over here. A Vezin. Fomon A. Smoke coming up on the corner, and Bay is going to plan a good nade toss that lands at the feet of Mindbaker. Rambo will find a refrag onto Mindbaker, though, and we're into a 3v3. Make it a 2v3. Nice scoop up there. Another nade coming in from the bottom floor that lands at the feet of Rambo. Juice with a beautiful toss. 2 great nades that have kept Eternity in this round 2, and big investments that are scooped up by XA and Bay. The Marui and the Vezin in their hands. X4 with the first. Duck on Quack going to be the second, but they'll need to kill, and they will find that second pickup through the hole in the wall, and a good counter push from Eternity, some good utility usage, but ultimately not enough to get them on the board in map number 1. I do forget that we don't have the API doing things, so I have to manually update scores, but take a quick look at the KDs and some of those in-game levels. We don't often show those, although we should update the scoreboard to include them. And a very strong opener here. Coming in from the Ignite squad. On offense, on Hideout, they're up 2-0. Eternity did limit their investments last round, so they do have 4 Vezins coming out in round 3, but it's not a full buy, as you do see one of their players ecoing still. Duck on Quack just with the pistol, because they've had to buy all the attachments and utility for the rest of the team. But Ignite are fully kitted and ready to come in, guns blazing, for round number 3. Full hold down on A's site as Ignite starts to push in, opens things up with a kill on Duck on Quack. Penny Packer with a quick refrag. Sabovia on the backside finding a kill. Bay pushing one in on A's site, and it's down to Juice and Mindbaker alone. Good headshot from Mindbaker, but there's more that they'll need to scoop up. And Ignite don't seem to be the patient type on offense. They've been playing this series so far pretty dang quick. They'll look for the fights. Rambo takes the challenge. Duck on Quack. Excuse me, Juice goes down. They were the last one. And it is Ignite up 3-0 here. Strong opening from the Ignite offense. Again, looking very good. That full buy round from Eternity going to hurt them here because they do not have the cash to buy in again. So it will be another eco round, and it won't be until rounds 5 and 6 that they'll ideally be able to get their feet underneath them. We've seen good utility usage come out from Eternity, though, and so if anything, Ignite should expect some interesting nade tosses to come their way, because so far those grenade kills were key in these eco rounds that we've seen come in from Eternity. You know, round 2 in particular with those 2 big grenade kills. So they could do it again, and if they do it here, it's even more beneficial for them because they could get rifles in their hands. We are seeing some RCP buys come in. A Vez in there as well from Duck, so they aren't ecoing here. They are actually partial buying going into round number 4. Technically like full buying. N-Dog has a tiny bit of cash left. Penny flies out with the RCP, can't get the close quarters kill they were hoping for. Duck on Quack was looking over the top with some Vezins. Oh, 3 rifles here. There's the nade. 1 of 2 that can catch effective kills. That was not a trip mine. A big kill for Eternity. Linebaker holding the outside with the pistol. I mean, yeah, it is a limited economy for the Eternity squad, but still, they found that first opening kill. Smart thing to do typically is to move those rifles out. Oh no, XA throws a bad nade. But to get the rifles out of the space that your opponent can come and pick them up in. So throw the rifles outside, bury them away. It might be a little bit better, but the push coming in here. Foam on sight from Sabovia as they've swung in. Mindmaker throws a counter nade that forces Sabovia forward. They'll go down. A second great nade from Eternity, and they're looking to actually lock in a round on a limited by RCPs, 2 nades. These nades finding 2 kills, just like they did in round 2. Beautiful 1-2 tap there. Rambo with the Marui finding their headshots. Health syringe tossed over to Rambo to heal them back up and try and keep things close. Eternity still with 3 left alive, though. Done a great job of defending against this kitted out Ignite offense. Juice does seek a scene tucking in, but there's no frags left. They do have that camo to lean on a little bit, but just ping-ponging back and forth here. Juice tries to move forward. They'll lose their head for it. 30 seconds on the clock. Ignite has to push in, and instead it's the offense pushing in to Ignite. The defense, excuse me, as Ignite catches a 1-2-3 kill from the hands of Bay. Can't get the EMP planted in time, but does take 4 rounds in a row on offense. And almost a comeback from Eternity there. They nearly had the chance to tie this first half up 3-3, but now the best they can do is 4-2. The best they can do is pick up these next 2 rounds, and they will put their best foot forward here going into this round. Even in their last buy round, round 3, they didn't have a full buy. This is the first full buy coming in from Eternity on this map so far. Fun facts delivered to you by me. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now, hanging out, and enjoying the action. I see a bunch of you. Brabadabato, Moofin, Phasing Banana, Gibbs in here. Jai Guy, G Times. Appreciate you all stopping in, hanging out, and enjoying the action here today. It is a solid bit of back and forth that we've tuned into. But Ignite are putting on a good offensive show. Look at the KDs, you'll see Eternity have found a couple of kills. In comparison, though, Bay leading with 7 on the board. have some early top floor battle. Even though objectives bottom, Mindbaker is putting up an early bit of aggression. Pennypacker flies into the garage for a kill, 1 for 1 though. Can't find any more than that as Bay manages to salvage things there. Foam goes down, and we still do have Mindbaker roaming on the top floor. N-Dog catches a nade. Another nade kill onto Rambo as the smoke comes down onto the hatch, and the duo will drop down. One will go down. N-Dog scoops up the double as XA tries to swing, catches a kill. Out through the doorway is Juice, and Eternity finally get one on the board after a full buy. Heavy investments. Only get 2 out and 2 guns, and that actually is going to kind of hurt them. They only have enough for 3 rifles and a... Wow, this is like a... Is this a partial buy across the board? Yeah, it is. It's full buy. Everyone's investing everything they have on both sides, but we're seeing an RCP and 4 rifles and 2 RCPs and 3 rifles on the side of Eternity. So similar kit values, but a little bit more on the Ignite side overall. And round 6 shaking up to be an exciting one. Eternity maybe waking up a little bit, starting to read the Ignite patterns. We'll see if Ignite can at least get 1 more. Then they're just within 2 of taking the map. Drone comes in doing some top floor analysis and won't find much. Though there is one roaming here on that top floor. Pennypacker has been hunting for kills almost all series on Eternity, and maybe that's been good, maybe that's been bad. We'll see if they can find a couple more kills here on this rotation. The drone work is out, and so they assume it's safe, and Penny catches Bay. They're going to try and snag that one and rotate in for more action. I was going to say maybe drop back to the stairs, get back onto the bottom floor, and help defend. But that kill really stalls Ignite quite a bit. They don't want to commit to jumping down through the hatch, and the offense still not swinging in through the front door. And, you know, it's kind of a nerve-wracking time to be on these teams as Pennypacker finds a great headshot through the window. It's a bit nerve-wracking time to be these teams because, again, they're ranked 5th and 9th. With all the games that are still happening, one of them today, it's a question mark of if they win, if they lose, will they be out of contention? If they win, will they be in contention for the top 7? Who knows? As Ignite want to pile on and get a few more points here, trying to breach into sight, but Eternity have so far done a good job of denying entry. 3-2 as Rambo finds a kill with their Marui over the top. Savovia peeking out, trading health down with Mindbaker on the stairs. And time becomes the enemy of Ignite in 30 seconds. And a great swing from Duck on Quack. They pop out of the side, catch the duo off guard, and Eternity have 2 on the board. Wow. A good salvage of a rough start for Eternity. I think Ignite did fantastic coming in strong to this first map. Fast, 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds, really. But then they economied right. I think there's a good learning lesson to look at how Ignite managed their economy, or Eternity managed their economy there. As we had swap teams there, they made sure that in rounds 5 and 6 there was enough money to go around. Even after their round win, I suppose there wasn't technically enough money to go around, but they made efficient use of their eco rounds too. Those nade kills in particular, really keeping economies almost in check to some degree by finding the kills and forcing the Ignite team to buy in again when respawning that next round. So overall, a high tier battle. As we get into our first pistol set in the back half of map number 1, full utility overload from Pennypacker. Smokes, nade, immolation, everything coming in. Counter utility coming through, and it's devastating for the Eternity offense. It's utter chaos as XA pops out for a 1-2, make it 3. No, Ndog says, I'm going to live. And while the EMP gets down, it doesn't get full planted. Penny tried to under all of the pressure. And Ndog only has a slice of health left to try and keep Eternity in this and ultimately get them a good start to the front half. Definitely going to be tough for Ndog here. There's no health syringes, I believe, that they can pillage. And it's a bit risky for them to use that grappling hook. The audio cue could have given away their position there, and the Ignite defense could have pushed out, but maybe they don't want to press their luck right now. They have a commanding 4-2 lead, a 3-1 advantage, and EMP on the wall, so they really don't need to push out and look for kills. That would be getting over aggressive, and so it's noteworthy to see, especially if you're a team that's new or just someone learning the game, the patience of Ignite here not to overextend and ultimately go for the round. With a minute 10 left, they're just going to sit tight and force Ndog to push into the objective site if they want to do any damage. Dog swings on the hunt for McGrinch, but McGrinch will find the headshot first. And Ignite add another one onto their lead, 5-2. Solid opener for them. But really shut down by the counter utility. That double kill nade, I believe, through the smoke, the immolation on the Pennypacker trying to plant. That was the full utility usage round 1 from both sides, all on that one doorway entry. What do we get coming up is the big question. What does Eternity look like on the offense here with only a nade in their hand and a drone? Ignite investing big here with a lot of utility and a rifle, but only one, it seems. Quick look at the KDs. Sabovia trying to one-tap the drone flying around. Nade will come in and will catch the drone. I don't know if that was the intention of the nade, as that one's botched and almost goes back to McGrinch. That was dangerous. Almost had a bad enough bounce to kill them. Would have been a rough start. And Eternity actually start things off. Advantage them 5-4. There's not a big rifle buy-in coming in from Ignite. And so it really is another pistol round. Silence across the battlefield with 1:30 left. Ignite have been playing very patient defense when they need to. Otherwise, they do kind of have been poking and prodding just a bit in the openings, but really forcing Eternity to push them on site. Breach is coming in. Garage is open. The push as the static emitter gets taken out is coming through. Mindbaker's already into sight. Thought they were going to pick up a rifle for their efforts, but only gets another pistol. It's got ammo, though, and that's all they need to find a double kill over the top. Can they swing the tight corner and find the triple XA? Shuts it down. They'll go down to N-Dog over the backside, and that's going to be a rifle into the hands of Eternity, a round into the hands of Eternity, and the comeback starting for Eternity. And that was a vital round there, may I say as well, because if they lost that, then the option of winning map 1 is out of the picture for Eternity. The best they could have done was tie at that stage. If Ignite gets 6, all you can do is tie. And so if they want to win, it's only up from here. They can only put victories on the board for the next 5 rounds. 4 rounds. Wow. Went through a lot of math quickly in my head there. Yeah, appreciate that. I see that. I see the shout out on the jersey. You can get merch like this if you just head on over to the Exclaim store or the Arma store. Exclaim, we have a variety of shirts and merch that we sell there, as well as really high quality jerseys. But just to add on to the variety of jersey style, we also have jerseys with Arma as well. So both links, I believe, are on the website. And if you do have your own Exclaim store, you get a discount. It's a really cool deal we have with Exclaim. So I do encourage you to check that out. But we're going into the action as I'm still on screen and the players are pushing into A lobby. EMP already being planted by Penny inside of A's site as they've managed to work around the static emitter. Sabobia catches a kill out. All 3 stacked up as XA finds another. The push coming in on that hole in the wall as the inhalation nade ticks down. EMP is fully planted, so they're going to need to get the defuse here. An Eternity with 3 left alive, 3 rifles in hand. Well, this is going to be a tough retake. Are they going to let this go? They can't. Duck on Quacks here in time to shut it down just before it comes through. A double kill from N-Dog over the top, and Savobia goes out to their death, and N-Dog will lock it in for Eternity. What an absolutely chaotic finale. What seemed like all the time in the world isn't enough. Eternity put another one on the board. Me, oh my, what a fight. And look at Ignite's economy. They're in a very bad spot now. They've been investing off of only 1 round win. And now they go into not a vital point yet, but a bit of a slide, I would say. We've seen good Taurus kills come in from Ignite. We've seen good nade kills come in from Eternity. Let's see if Ignite can combine their Taurus with some good nade kills as well and do some damage to this fully kitted Eternity offense pushing in. for round number 10. Oh, they tried to get the nade up and over. If they had, they may have had a kill on their hands. Instead, Mindbaker just around the corner of several attackers. McGrinch will find one, but Sabovia scoops up the refrag. Duck on Quack. Can't connect, and it is a 4v4 still with Garage secured by the Eternity offense. Oh, and Bay actually not on the other side of the wall. They were there trying to do some damage. Pennypacker keen enough to spot them there. And a big kill, really. That puts Eternity in a very good spot as they continue to breach in. B site wide open. A one tap from Rambo. Can't make it two as N-Dog springs up from their crouch. Should get the EMP plant, and it's up to Sabovia to make some magic happen here on this retake. 3 Eternity defenders with rifles in hands will tuck in to defend their EMP plant. All Sabovia's bringing to the party is a pistol because that's all they have off of a tough couple of losses. Time continues to tick down. Sabovia has a plan, wants to push up onto the garage defense, likely get a rifle there and then try and make some magic happen. Couldn't get the first part of that plan to fall through, though, and ultimately it is a 5-5 map 1 this afternoon between these two teams. What a fight we had. I mean, I keep saying that. I got to stop, but the nades really just ring into my mind this afternoon. Huge nade kills coming in. Huge nade kills coming in, and really very few mistakes, but the ones that have been made have really hurt both teams. I've seen mistakes on both sides. One that comes to, maybe not a mistake, but an unfortunate circumstance that comes to mind was that double kill collateral. That whole team stacked up on A site on Ignite. Really should have been there around. They were all there to defend. The EMP defuse was coming through and starts with a clutch double on the stairs. Anyway, we're on this round here. Round 11, all tied up 5-5. As A site seems to be the play again. It's gone well for Eternity. Once or twice already here at A, so who's to say they can't make it work again. I feel like we're seeing a much more focused Eternity squad here. Maybe they're just hitting their shots a little bit better. As a good breach in from Pennypackers opens things up. Here comes the utility that's going to force some rotations out, followed up by smokes, flashes, and a variety of different nade from the entire team onto A site. EMP will not get planted as Juice will go down to a great nade from Bay. They bounced that one off the wall and into the corner to catch the kill. Inhalation nade to stop the rotation. Penny's still on the windows, shuts down another one. It leaves McGrinch alone as the EMP does get planted, and 4 Eternity attackers are left alive. This could be Eternity taking this map off of a massive comeback. Caught in the corner by Penny again at the window. McGrinch feeling the pressure, tries to retreat, but Mindbaker is there on the back flank to catch the rotation. And N-Dog's dancing. Feeling, I would say, loose now at this stage. 1 point away from running back a 4-0 deficit. I see some folks in chat saying with some great commentary, but yeah, one was the skill gap's widening. Well, there I'd say it's shrunk now to be dead even. And if anything, Eternity, you know, I wouldn't say skill gap would be the best graph. It would be the economy graph. You would see it spike up for Ignite and then slowly start kind of, I don't know if it would spike up, actually. It would kind of go like this. It would be a trickle up, and then actually it kind of would have stayed pretty close to even, and then now I feel like Eternity is the one that has the positive graph, and Ignite are down in the negative, and we're getting into, we are into match point here for Eternity. If they can take this one, they take the first map of the series. We'll see if they can. On the other side, much like I was saying for Eternity, Ignite, the best they can do now, off of a great start on this map, is tie. They cannot win this map. That stings a little bit. But they're definitely going to be on the hunt for this round. It's the last round of the map. Everyone's spending all their cash. As Rambo does a great job deterring the initial entry in. A kill and then a team kill nade puts Eternity in a very rough spot. N-Dog evening the odds with a garage kill that takes it to a 3v3. I think they were double droning. Or Duck's just covering the front door. Either way, N-Dog is very far forward here, and we'll run into Sabovia. They were there in the corner on this objective last round, but Penny got them through the window. Vital to always kind of remember where players play, because it's the exact same spot that they were in. This time it comes with a kill. Penny will fly through the hatch, find one, find two. They're on site, they're on A. Sabovia's getting squeezed out of their defensive position, has to push up, finds the kill onto Duck on Quack. It's a 1v1. Penny Packer does not have EMP. Sabovia has it down in the hallway, but do they know they have it down in the hallway? What? Holy headshot. Ignites don't win, but they take the last round to tie map number 1. We're going to 3 maps this afternoon. We are headed to 3 this afternoon. What a exciting start to this series, to say the least. And man, map 1. I feel like Eternity warmed up, but Ignite are here to fight. That is plain and simple. They came out the gate strong, aggressive on offense, and then battled back there on the defensive set. They nearly lost the grip on things, but a tie is a net positive at the end of the day. They do manage to at least push themselves into this the next 2 maps where they can still win the series. They just need to take they need to win a map and tie a map, or win 2 maps. That's the end goal of both of these teams going into maps 2 and 3. Fun stuff. Quick look at the KDs before we move on to our next map. Kill leaders, N-Dog with 17 kills and 8 deaths. Bay with 11 and 7. XA with 12 and 10. Penny Packer with 11 and 9. And the rest of the players under double digits, so we don't even need to talk about how many kills they got, because it's not double digits. But 4 players with over 10 kills. Pretty impressive. Yeah, I would say a standout round for both for Bay, XA, N-Dog, and Penny. See if they can keep that momentum going into the next one, which will be Ship. And we do just patiently... Oh, sorry about that. Have to do this. You may be wondering why we're sitting in silence. I got to rest the voice. Okay, the solo cast, I know we're going 3 maps. And I suppose we do have break weeks coming up, but a big weekend for Onward and maybe another tennis cast. We'll have to see what it is before this. But we got to preserve our energy. We're going the long haul this afternoon. Quick push in from Eternity, not wasting time. A side opened up and the plant coming down onto the A wall. A bit of a nade there to deter the initial swing in to get the defuse kill. And they drop back, ready to defend. A beautiful play from Eternity on Ship, well executed, completely catching Ignite off guard. XA will find a kill on the N-Dog, but Mindbaker with a quick refrag, keeping things close here. Where are these kills coming through? It's not over the EMP. It's around and behind it, the other walls of A. It's where this team was fighting. Now, as the EMP slowly ticks down, they're going to have to swing out. They both do. They commit out, and they find the kills they need. A beautiful bit of teamwork. That's how you swing a corner as a duo. You do not go one at a time. Take notes on that corner swing right there. That was perfectly executed. You send one wide, one short. They almost overlapped and ended up killing each other, so that's a little bit of a risk. But really great execution coming in there from Ignite, and that's what's been getting them round wins this afternoon. They have been executing very well. What was a fantastic push from Eternity is countered by an equally stellar defensive hold, and the pistol round opens things up on Ship. We are... I don't know. I've sort of been of the mind that this map started to lean more Marsoc in the higher tiers. I do know a lot of folks tend to believe and have the vibe that this is a defensive map sometimes, but I really do feel like this lends itself to offense when you do get up into the top 7, top 8. So it's maybe we'll see Eternity able to put up a few rounds here on the attack. But that is a big start for the Ignite defense because it now puts a rifle into their hand too. McGrinch able to have enough cash to buy into a Vezin going into the start of this round. Drone work from Penny, not finding much. We'll need to throw another one out to try and do some additional analysis before they feel comfortable pushing in. Guiding their team in, and they will be able to spot one, maybe two. Down by that site. Not before XA catches a kill, though, and the push does start to come in. And Dog doesn't overextend. And Penny looking for an off angle, minimizing exposure. And trying to kind of check things out at the breach in the wall. A beautiful nade from XA that catches N-Dog out. Rambo tries to get aggressive on the push, but a good refrag from Duck on Quack. Nice headshot there from Penny. A beautiful connection on Sabovia trying to get aggressive. $20 seconds left. They're going to have to push site soon. Where is EMP? Not in the hands of either Eternity attacker, but the rifle is. And it's enough to Bob. Pennypacker to push forward. Bays shuts them down. They'll retake the rifle back. Duck on Quack can't get the plant in time because they can't get the EMP to work the way they want it to, and as the clock ticks down, the investment from Ignite carries through, and they go up 2-0 on defense, but just barely. And holy cow, ship is close between these two teams this afternoon. This really could be a match we do see again, because if Ignite do not get into the top 7, this is a squad that, if they're playing like this in the Challenger Cup, could very well take that 8th position and play Eternity again in the round robin next month. So there's a real chance here that, well, gosh, and I got to wonder if Ignite get a win, what does it do to I don't know where everyone sits in the top 7 at the end, honestly, because Acer's playing right now, and they're ranked 7th. They're ranked 7th or ranked 6th. It's crazy. It is a brawl in the top 7, top 10. Obviously, with Ignite playing like this, ranked 9th. Happy to be here catching the action. Happy to deliver it to you vis-a-vis the VRML. You really only get this kind of high-quality action through the VRML League system. Drone leads the Eternity offense in. They assess the upper floor, making sure no one's here positioned to spring any sort of flank or rotation to the backside from this top floor, because oftentimes teams will do that, much like you would on Skyscraper. Put a player on another floor and kind of wait until the offense forgets about you and they make their push towards objective. But Eternity are fully clearing out this top floor. And now that they're comfortable that it's clear, they will make their way down onto objective floor. Slowly but surely. I mean, this is Eternity feeling the pressure, the full buy round. They just want to see if they can grab a pick. But Ignite have been playing this defense tight all day. And I think that's what's been making it really hard for Eternity. Just how patient the Ignite defense has been, sitting and waiting for them to move in to their line of fire and take the fight they want, not bringing it to Eternity's doorstep. And, you know, if anyone had been overextended, I have confidence that Eternity would have been likely to find them and kill them up on that top floor. So smart for Ignite to vest their entire team down here around the objectives. Good flash, but a counter. Trip mine there catches the refrag. Wall opens up. McGrinch will catch a kill. Endog flies in through the hatch with a double, make it a triple. No. A nade from Bay, and McGrinch over the top spells the end for Eternity, and Ignite up 2-0. No, excuse me, 3-0 on map number 2 this afternoon. A familiar sight, honestly, with Ignite playing very well. But I would say, obviously, you know, Eternity are really competing a bit better in these early rounds, despite them losing. You know, they're taking it down to 1v1s. They're getting kills, 1v2s. That means more credits going into their pockets at the end of the day. Not enough to make a massive difference, but maybe enough to make a big difference with a utility nade or two going into one of these players' hands that can be super effective, as we've seen already this afternoon. So who knows? You know, again, it's a real toss-up with these squads. We can take a quick look at the KDs on the afternoon so far. Pennypacker and McGrinch, the standout shooters on ship after 3. Site opened up. Drone work coming in that Juice capitalizes on. Finds kills on one on the stairs. It means a rifle in their hands and an RCP moved over to a player without a rifle. That is a big net positive for the Eternity offense. I gotta wonder if Eternity are starting to read that Ignite is really playing tucked in around objective. Door blockers up, and those have been devastating to Eternity already this series. Seen some big double kills, big kills coming out of those door blockers. Those bullets just going over the head of Duck as an nade comes into the smoke to deter an initial swing in. EMP is getting planted. It should get stuck here. It does, and I believe that was because they sacrificed their life and soaked the bullets there through the wall, allowing the EMP to be planted. There's a nice wall bang shot coming in from Juice. The teamwork and coordination. Pennypacker likely giving the info out through comms. Duck on Quack still, though, with just a pistol and a nade. And McGrinch alone in a 1v3. EMP planted. Could be the first round for Eternity on ship. Looking at the economy from Ignite. Not in great shape, so it makes sense to actually eco this. Try and carry that rifle through to the next round. Let the EMP go off. Yeah. Oh, whoops. I was on screen the whole time, huh? Apologies for that, folks. The auto broadcaster's off, so it's all manual. You don't need to see me. It's okay. Update the scores. Get ready for round number 5. The final week of Season 1 for the Breachers VRML. 13 weeks of gameplay. In some cases, I think both of these teams playing all 13 weeks. At the very least, playing more than 13 games. Actually, only 12 games for Eternity, so maybe they took an off week. Started late. Ignite with touched over 13 at 15 games, though. Means they took 2 challenge matches, or started a bit late and took more than 2 challenge matches. But regardless, both of these teams playing a lot of games this season. And where is the offense pushing in from this afternoon? Eternity did just get their foot in the door, and that foot enabled them to buy heavily into this round because of how they've been managing their economy. I think that last round was actually a partial buy, too, so pretty big win for them to shift things back into their favor and maybe even get a bit of more than a foot in the door. They may kick the door down here as Ace Sight's foamed up, ready to be breached on, full kitted out, push coming through with nades, foam, rifles over the top. And that nade not going to catch XA as it goes underneath the table. Mindbaker does swing, though, and on the hunt for an early kill. They'll find Bay down. XA looking for the refrag. Not quite spotted out. 3 kills just like that on site, putting Knight down to 1. Zabovia on the back end trying to flank, gets picked off, and Eternity come out of their offensive round with 4 alive. This squad does not give up easy, and they are certainly mounting the comeback. A big round 4 that puts them into an economic lead last round, and now still Ignite can't full buy into the final round of the first half of Ship. Dare I say we're destined for another tie map, and maybe it does come down to a map 3 decider to determine who our champion is. Double camo. Big investment towards A. Let's see how the defense reacts on Ignite. Mindbaker on the back will catch 1. Drone there, spotting out Bay over the top. There's a beautiful nade to the feet of XA. On-site defense still here, though, and Bay shuts down 2. Sabovia with utility into a 2v2, and how does the duo fight it out? Juice and N-Dog trying to swing in. Static emitter deterring Juice there from pushing through. N-Dog here almost gets clipped. Juice does make their way up into sight, but there's no EMP in hand. They have to go for kills, and that means that Ignite have the comfort of playing a little bit more passively. They don't need to swing in to any of these fights. There's a minute 30 left, which is a lot of time for Juice to be stuck here. And this really is just going to be a poking and prodding war. There's the EMP plant. It does get pushed out finally, but not before kills come in. Juice low on HP, and McGrinch finds the final kill. Ignite stay in the lead. 4-2, a familiar scene in map number 1. High fives all around. A little bit closer than maybe they would have liked, but still an exciting series. And these two teams, well, I mean, there could be a lot on the line. At the end of the day, this win could mean a lot for these teams depending on how the chips fall for the other squads in the top 7. Everyone is so close. It maybe is one of the closest final weeks of a season that I've partaken in the VRML, but it is dang close across the board, and it really is anyone's game. Everyone has been competing so hard. These teams, the skill level at the top, so close. And, well, it's no surprise that you end up getting matches like this and many more to come in the postseason next month. Keep your eyes peeled for the weekend broadcasts that are going to be several hours of action-packed Breachers gameplay across multiple channels at the same time. It's going to be a Breachers esports haven going into the January weekend. So get ready for that. But for now, we swap sides. I already done that. Eternity on the defense and Ignite on the attack with a 4-2 lead. Looks like a adjustment to their initial approach. Tossing that breaching foam over to Bay so that they can open up the wall at A. Got to be careful of Penny, though, and that's the first kill. Bay will find it. Penny goes down. Mindbaker maybe looking for a bit of the action. There's plenty here to fight, though, and Bay won't be overextending looking for it. McGrinch will catch another Taurus kill, and the push coming through here from Rambo, advancing into A site. Bay pushing through, almost nading themselves, but the full team of Ignite's here, and Duck on Quack catches a key double. A refrag from XA, a fight on the other side, lands into a double kill from Rambo, and Ignite 5-2 with some big pistol rounds this afternoon. And let's take a look at the KDs and where they fall after that. Our first double-digit shooter coming in with Bay at 10 kills after 7. Again, appreciate everyone stopping in, hanging out, and enjoying the action this afternoon. We do appreciate your support. The subscribers have continued to go up throughout the course of this season. We're now over 1,220 subs to the channel. We really do appreciate everybody that's come through and subscribed. And if you haven't already, please do hit that subscription button. It is free, and it helps support the channel substantially. The metrics are great for. us and helping us grow, reaching more people, and continuing to help VR esports get bigger and bigger. Speaking of more leagues joining the VRML, if you haven't seen already, Vale recently added to the roster of leagues alongside Onward and Pavlov. It joins the shooter family at VRML. Happy to have them on board, and it's another league you could be looking forward to playing during the off-season because it starts right when Breachers ends. Still, though, you got to stay sharp in Breachers. New maps coming out, Season 2 on the horizon. You want to be sure that your team's practicing and getting ready, so... Ultimately, the choice is yours, as we do offer up that variety at the VRML. Heck, you could go play some tennis right now, only into Week 7 of that Season 1. Maybe XA and Sabovia will go do that, along with Mindbaker and Pennypacker, as they're dead and in lobby waiting for this round to finish. 2 minutes left on the clock and some early kills connecting from both sides over the A site. Both walls still open, though. Not for long, I imagine, as the foam does not get planted yet. Maybe they don't have foam. They may have to funnel through that entry point. In which case, they would have the flank on Duck on Quack, who's waiting for that foam to go down. There it is from McGrinch. So they do have it. We'll be able to open up sight. Camo comes in. Duck's there in the corner. They'll find one with the pistol. Swing out for two with the pistol. N-Dog on the backside does the rest of the work. And Eternity clutch up a big round on defense, shutting down the Ignite squad trying to swing in. I said we could be destined 6-6, and, well, 5-3. And a comeback train full steam ahead for Eternity. Ignite has had a hard time finding the final points they need to win maps. But it's no surprise with how strong Eternity is. Competitive knowledge and wherewithal they have to be playing in the top 7 this season in particular, with how competitive it's been in the top 7. It is it's a testament to both teams, really, but with how good Ignite's looking, Eternity is still fighting back. I mean, Ignite has put on some great plays, executed really well on a variety of objectives and defensive rotations. They've done very good this afternoon. But Eternity just are not making it easy. 6-6 map 1, coming back from a 4-0 deficit. Heading to 6-6 map 2, coming back from a 4-2 deficit. So let's see. Hopefully not a trend for Ignite, meaning that they struggle to find these final 6 and 7 rounds, but I don't see it being that. I do think it is the strength of their opponent that's making this so challenging. Audio transmitter giving some info away as Bay tries to rotate down the stairs. Eternity don't act off it, though, but it does, if anything, indicate to Ignite that there's plenty of utility ahead. If they do try and push into Eternity, because they're spending money on audio transmitters and throwing those out, which can be valuable for sure. It gives the team advance notice of a swing or rotation. But it's not... Well, it does get people killed. They can be super effective. It's not a priority investment. How about that? Teams will typically go for a static emitter or a nade before they go audio transmitter. Beautiful nade there that forces a rotation and is capitalized on. The kill connected on the Eternity side. This is a quick play from Ignite. They're trying to send it into A site. Nades coming in. One will find Bay, but only one. The plant does get put down. A quick scoop up of the Vezin keeps it active, and it will find two. McGrinch swings out with the Taurus, makes another. It's a 1v1, and it'll be scooped up on the backside there by Benny Packer. EMP's planted, but gets diffused. Eternity are a team that will fight you every inch. One left alive, but it's all they need. Can't carry more than a rifle through, unfortunately, for Penny, as much as they wish they could take all of these guns with them to the next round. It'll only be the rifle they have that carries through with them, and still a round win, cash, and ultimately momentum into the hands of this Eternity defense right now. 3 more, and they can win a map, but all Ignite need to do is put up a competitive offensive push, get one round on the board, and then it's either they win here, you know, again, it's win or tie. That's the goal of really both squads for these next 2 matches. There's no alternatives. You cannot lose unless you do want to suffer the turbulence of the top 7 getting so shaken up leading into this last week. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Mindbaker with a guesswork kill there. Heard the foam going down, throws some rounds downrange, catches 2 into the head. Wasn't using a Marui either. I'm surprised Bay didn't grab that rifle to bring it over to Rambo. Maybe Rambo. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, maybe Rambo's playing so well with the Taurus, they're just going to stick to it, but no. Rifles for everyone on the Ignite squad that's left alive. I don't know if that's the bounce they wanted. Bay's going to throw another one. Still doesn't get the bounce I think they wanted. And neither nade will catch a kill. Penny will find a refrag over the top. XA fighting back at Penny. Putting a dent in the coin and Ignite a 3v4. EMP has to get scooped up and does. One of the guys with the smoke almost cost them their life. It's so risky to stack like that. Mindmaker could have popped out and had another double. We've seen that go wrong for Ignite before. Good push in, though. A quick push in. That gets shut down by N-Dog. We'll find the triple. And put Eternity into a tie, 5-5. Going in to the last few rounds of map 2. It's how it is. Top 10 is a super competitive, and I'm harping on it now because, frankly, it's all I can think about leading into next month. The month of January with the groups, the Challenger Cup. One of these teams will be competing in it, I imagine, and one of these teams will be advancing on through to the round robin. Although maybe if Ignite beat Eternity could get bumped down to 8th and Ignite would stay 9th. I don't know. I don't think that could happen. So I think Eternity would be the lowest, go down to 7th. Either way, the highest you can get in the ladder, if you are 8th in the ladder, that's where you do want to be if you're not going to qualify into the top 7. You want to be right there at 8th because the seeding is that your position in the ladder determines your seeding in the tournament for the Challenger Cup. There can be tons of teams playing, and so the seeding can really be valuable at the end of the day. A partial buy for Ignite. XA dancing up. Doesn't seem too upset. If anything, hopefully enjoying the game that they're in right now, because this is a quality. This is the game you want to be in. If you play this competitively, this is the kind of fight you play in the VRML 4. Nothing but the creak of the ship. And a bit of a holding pattern here. Ignite not getting too aggressive. Maybe they've felt burned too often so far in this series. They just want to get this 6th point. Oh, and Duck will catch one over the top. Rambo gets shut down in a swing out there. Eternity was 6 alive. Leading 6-5 going in to the final round of the map. And we just keep bouncing and ping-ponging back and forth between these two teams. 4 players in the double digits again. But honestly, there's enough kills to go around after 12 rounds that it's not hard to... well, it's hard. Especially in a league match like this. It's a lot of kills. Positive KDs. Impressive stuff. But it's possible to have multiple players in double digits. Mindbaker and Penny, McGrinch and Bay, though, I think those were the standout shooters last map, too. I see the weigh-in on the double tie. I do think we are headed for that. But we'll see if Ignite can get one here. At least they're able to full buy into this final round. an absolute hailstorm of bullets, and it's something that they can actually put multiple rifles onto multiple players and invest their entire clips of those rifles into shooting through the walls because they have extra cash from winning multiple rounds in a row. Completely deters Ignite off of that swing onto A site. Instead, they've shifted over to B, which was largely unguarded until Juice popped out to catch a headshot. Sabovia almost getting naded. Most certainly getting pressured by multiple defenders here, and maybe a little bit over-aggressive. Juice not expecting the crouched player at the corner. Slice of health catches a kill. They stay alive, not for long. Mindbaker catches the rotation on the flank, and maybe will catch more. Nade comes in, pushes McGrinch back. And as they push up, Mine swings out. N-Dog there too. Eternity secure ship off of a big defensive series. 7-5. We went the distance for 2 maps in a row. Map 3, what shall it be? It's not the new map, I can tell you that. Okay, that new map just added in with a new update as of like yesterday. It is not the new map. That's not in the pool. So we are headed to Skyscraper or Factory for map number 3 this afternoon. I'm going to guess Skyscraper. I'll let you infer by taking a look at the statistics of both squads. And I was just doing a little bit of reading there, seeing if we're on a timeout or anything like that. Does look like we are going into a 10-minute break. So I will cut out here shortly. A quick shout out to our sponsors, ProTube VR. Use code ILOVEVRML for 10% off right now. If you're going to be buying stuff for the holidays, use the discount code. We also have code HXVRML23 that gets you 15% off at checkout on any HyperX product. Please do use that. We're also sponsored by Helga, the esports bot manager, and your first month of that service is free if you join their Discord. And of course, VR cover coming in towards the end, the middle of the season, but supporting the VRML since its inception, and now supporting the Breachers League by offering prizes to our champions. They are fantastic comfort options for any of your VR devices. And last but not least, Triangle Factory, supporting the VRML, contributing to the cash prize pool, and giving us in-game gun skins, which we really do appreciate. It's a whole team effort, and all of our sponsors come together to make the VRML what it is, so big shout out to them. I'm going to take a break and rest the voice, though. When we come back, map 3, series decider. Don't go anywhere. Eternity lead 1-0. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and we are here for map number 3 of this best of 3 between these two teams, Eternity and Ignite. Eternity lead the series by taking map number 275, but Ignite have a chance to tie this up and ultimately avoid damage to their MMR. The hopes of Ignite winning, advancing on to take a top 7 position have been dashed, unfortunately. It's a sad day for the Ignite squad. And so I wonder if their morale is going to be focused still, if they're going to be putting on a good show here in this final map. Because again, all they can do now is tie or lose. Eternity have minimized a dangerous situation where they would be going potentially down in rank and ultimately can tie or win. And so it's what mindset do you have going in is the real question. Either way, Eternity a little bit stronger overall on the potential prospects of this series. As they go on the defense, and Ignite push in, a nade up over the top from Pennypacker leads into a headshot, but no kill from the grenade. It's a half-health crunch onto McGrinch. Forces a rotation over towards A, where they'll be pushing into Mindbaker. Oh, and a big double from Mindbaker. Can they make it a triple? They're going to swing out and look for it. Nope. They'll get punished. Muffin goes down, and their efforts to find the refrag. Juice will scoop that up. And N-Dog is going to potentially push out to Bay, who's tucked in outside. Bay does catch the refrag. Leads us into a 1v3. Uh-oh. Looking on my side if it's me, I don't think so. Everybody else seems fine. I think Bay just DC'd. That's unfortunate. Yeah, should mean the bot will take over. Find its footing. And then walk right into the EMP. Sees Juice through the wall. Tries to find the kills. Will go down. And an unfortunate disconnect there from one of the Ignite players that leads into a early pistol win. And Eternity locking in a 1-0 lead here on Factory. Hopefully they'll be able to get back in time, and Bay does. They'll be able to sell that Viper investment. Won't be going through with that SMG. Sticking to a minimal buy and saving cash for nades and the rifle next round, ideally. On the other hand, Eternity investing big on defense. 2 Vezins coming out. Door blocker, grenade, health syringe. It's a lot of cash going into this round. If they lose this round, they have some as a backup. And who knows what's going on over there. Some internal fighting between the teams. All virtual, all for fun. Pennypacker's looking at their toes there, fumbling some utility. Finally gets it down, and Ignite just on the setup phase. Working their way towards OBJ. Mindbaker will actually catch a kill. On the first one that dropped down. They're sitting in that T, waiting for anybody to try and push through the hatch or through the window to their left. Also can be an effective tool to flank if they so desire, as Bay catching some bullets just through that slice. Nice headshot from McGrinch. Pennypacker goes down to a one-tap. Mindbaker with a quick refrag to keep things even. Moofin flies down the hatch, finds a kill. McGrinch another with the Taurus pushing in, and Juice has the Vezin. They cannot afford to lose this round. Big investments have been made, and Juice makes sure that they carry those investments through to the next round. Clutching it up with their Vezin double kill. Eternity stay in the lead 2-0 and start Factory nicely in the first half. Go down back to that basement floor. See what the setup looks like for Ignite if they do position around B. Seems likely. Please do, if you can, hit that thumbs up button on the stream. It helps with the algorithm, helps get this channel out to more folks. We're optimizing lots of stuff. You may have seen some new thumbnails starting to come out. Those are courtesy of our newest addition to the production team, Trentic. You may recognize them from Trentic YouTube. They have their own YouTube channel. That is Trentic. They just actually made a post about additional content that they want to see in VR esports, and so we're hopeful to enable that vision the best we can. We're happy to have them join the team. We've recruited a handful of new folks to the VRML production team, both casters and production folks, and interested in doing memes and different sorts of videos. And the podcast episode coming out on Monday is going to be great, followed up by an interview. We've got a bunch of stuff planned that I'm really looking forward to debuting, and the postseason is going to be hype. I'm hopeful that we're going to have some unique content that we'll be playing during the month of January when we have those matches, and it's a good time, and I love the postseason. I love the end of a VRML season, especially for the great game like Breachers. Good nade. XA is able to drop back and avoid its explosive power in time. Eternity really have landed some big grenades today. These nades from Eternity have honestly kept them in this series and have made it so hard for Ignite to fight back against them because they're never on even footing because the nade's flying around a corner, underneath the wall, over a wall, out a window. And they're usually pretty well placed. XA is at half health to an early nade in this round. There's another nade. Speaking of, that one doesn't catch any kills. Mindbaker tries to peek for a moment. All four rifles come alive. Bay on the other side catches a double, and there's 3 left for Eternity. As the EMP plant gets absolutely denied, Pennypacker and Juice say no thank you. 30 seconds left, and Bay alone, a familiar position they've been in so far on this map. The third one not starting too well for Ignite. And, well, we've seen this in reverse all series. Big openings for Ignite in particular, taking 3-0, 4-0 leads in almost every map. No, on every map. On both maps we've played so far. But here we have Eternity leading things off. A very solid 3-0 opener on Factory. I don't know what the connoisseur votes were this afternoon on this matchup. $76-3. Dang. A lot of folks believe in Eternity this afternoon. Ignite were on pace for an upset, quite frankly. A beautiful 6-6 start on map 1. Almost a map victory. Almost a map victory on map 2. Who's to say they can't almost or take a map victory here on map 3? They have to be the team that mounts the comeback, though. And so far, it has been Eternity. That's the one that's been battling back against the adversity of early round disadvantages. Full court press, shut down over the top quickly. As Ignite fly down through the hatch to get pressure onto A site and the locker room quickly. Doesn't quite work out, I think, the way they were hoping, though. And Penny Packer, watching the long hallway, will deny Muffin or McGrinch access through that route. So all they have left is to push B, which is heavily guarded by Duck on Quack and Mindbaker, putting rounds through the wall and able to peek out onto this corner and spring their trap. So this duo is stuck here if they want to work in, and McLovin has completely opted out of being anywhere in that T junction, leaving their teammate alone. McGrinch with the Taurus trying to find some headshots. Inhalation nade. Oh, and some shots to the wall do some good damage there. Good poking by McGrinch. I think this is an eco for McGrinch. Another one. Hard to be in this position for Ignite right now. But obviously not insurmountable. And I like to see Ignite are aware of that in fighting. The eco is an indicator that every gun matters. Every rifle's a chance to make something happen in a round, and the pistols just puts you nowhere. Ultimately saving that rifle through to that next round does put everyone at a rifle in hand. McGrinch can buy utility, and they just barely are able to fully commit into this last, oh, not this last, but second to last round, round 5 coming up here. Eternity comfortably in the lead, all the utility they could want. They have audio transmitters out, they got EMP, they got trip mines. Although I don't know that they're fully committing. I do think they're still even, kind of doing a little bit of reserve cash for the final round. You don't really need to with how much Duck on Quack has. I think they are buying every bit of utility they can get. Yeah, here, speaking of, here's Duck picking up several bits of utility. Learn something. Put it in the notebook. Audio transmitter going down behind the TV there. Early nade deployed. Juice. Oh my gosh. Poked out the other window and caught a kill long range. Absolutely got caught sleeping. Got caught droning, I think. At the very least, the refrag does come in. And a big rotation coming out from Ignite here. Rambo in particular catching the first off guard with their swing. Duck on Quack completely back exposed. Rambo says, that's enough. I'll go join my team. And they will be able to quietly work their way up to what seems to be the B site push. Penny way out here. Trying to rotate behind this offense. Catches one. Gives away the position on the flank, though. Has to get away. And Ignite now maybe second-guessing committing in. They shouldn't, though. They have to full send. Mindbaker goes down, and they have control of B site. It's a 1v3 as Penny rotates back to the site at B. N-Dog is here, and Nade comes in. Penny's here at the corner. They'll find their first victim. Make it 2, make it 3. No, Rambo fights back with their backs exposed, and N-Dog scoops it up. 5 in a row for Eternity on defense. Factory going their way. Oh, and some shout-outs deserved to some new subscribers. I didn't know a bot is working. maybe not the shout-outs for our sponsors and stuff in the chat, but they're notifying us of new subs and welcome in. We appreciate you subscribing to the channel, showing your support. It's a great way to support the VRML outside of hitting that thumbs up button. It's free, and it means a lot to us here at the league. And those, the folks that are broadcasting, got a bunch of them. There's a whole. We were talking about the best caster NA in chat, and there's a lot of great candidates. A testament again to VRML and all the great people that we've brought in to help make the best league we can for the game that is beloved by me and a very sizable community at this stage. We had, at one point over 113 teams active in the league. A lot of those teams have come and gone over time, though, as they normally do. And especially now in the later weeks, teams really starting to shake their rosters up. And it's, man, postseason. It is an exciting time. And I'm really looking forward to January. 6th and 7th, the first weekend and every weekend after, until we have a finalist of each region for first, second, and third. It is, man, it's just weekends packed with fantastic multi-stream action. Multiple streams filled with great games running at the same time. The Cadillo comes out to play, catches the kill. Duck goes down in locker room, and we trade back and forth in the locker room until there's only one. Moofin alone on Ignite, and Eternity denying entry. The static emitter going to prevent Moofin from swinging in through that doorway. Window. Thought doorway as I looked at the doorway. Dropping down the hatch isn't exactly safe either. It gives an audio notification to the enemy team that you're there. No point in ecoing here either. Last round of the first half, everything resets and we swap sides. New economies. 4 and 5 right now. Moofin needs to make their KD positive with the rest of the Eternity squad this round. There's one. Can't make it two. 6-0 out the gate. Nobody in the double digits just yet. But Ignite finding plenty of kills in the first half. Ultimately not enough to get them around. Their backs against a wall here, and Eternity looking at a clean win. A 7-0 on the factory map if they can take this pistol round. The ideal spot to be in. It's the perfect first half. The pistol rounds are the great equalizer, though, and Ignite certainly could make some magic happen. If they can't, it doesn't seem to matter too much to them. Still a team that hopefully has been having a good time playing in this series. They certainly have been giving it their all, and I love to see, again, a potential look into the future. I do think Ignite's a team that has a good chance of coming out of the Challenger Cup as the winner. And if they do, they're going to be going up against Eternity again. This is a big learning experience for this Ignite squad. They can get a lot of valuable information that could lead to future success when it matters most, when the prize is actually on the line in that round robin, in the semis, in the finals. So they're fighting, they're gaining intel, and ultimately teams are doing a lot of scouting work this last week, watching their opponents, analyzing how they play, which, you know, if you are a team in that top 7, you're definitely going to want to bring, I would say, some unique strategy on a objective or two per map, which is a lot to ask, I think. A side opens up. Bay catches a double with the nade. Eternity getting caught out by a big frag as a beautiful flash connects on the Bay and XA. Not going to result in any kills, though, as Bay will swing out and find their own. Finally, they go down to Mindbaker, but it's a 1v2, 1v3, 1v4. Duck on Quack alone on the stairs. Not over yet. Ignite putting up a clean defense, and Eternity not getting away with a 7-0 map 3. Reminder, if you are tuning in, hit that subscribe button. We see another new subscriber coming in. Zach Burns, Frostbites 21, and NMC Love Familia. Thank you all for subscribing in. Really do appreciate that support. Great time to subscribe because a bunch of actions coming up in January. This weekend, and also more games this weekend. I know Gibbs on a big one on Saturday that you're not going to want to miss. That's Gibbular Bob, for those not to know. Another fantastic caster. Here comes the push. XA goes down. Duck on Quack catches 1 of 4. Ignite demonstrating their patience on defense again here, though. And Duck is going to slowly but surely work their way up to McGrinch. Not see them until it's too late. McGrinch finds the one tap with the Taurus, like they have been in these pistol rounds. And Ignite hang in there. Looking for more experience, more information to work off of, again, in the case that they go up against this opponent again. This is valuable data. This is valuable practice time, if anything, for Ignite. Maybe it's looking too far ahead, and they have to focus on the Challenger Cup first, but still, winning there means that you could be going up against Eternity again in the round robin. Oh, and I didn't swap sides. I apologize. People are probably thinking, what? Just tuning in, thinking Ignite's leading. It's not. They're not. I lied. There we go. Drone scouting ahead for the Eternity offense. I also realized that the actual scope, we'll get to that later, actions unfolding in front of us. Two down for Eternity on stairs to Muffin. Grinch catches another kill. That nade doesn't find anybody. Rambo scoops up another. Duck on Quacks alone in a 1v3. We're headed to a third round, so it seems, unless Quack can find multiple kills with very limited HP. Minute left. Finally working down to site. Gonna have to push in. Eventually here. 35 seconds. Rotates in the back to catch one. "13 seconds. Clock is ticking. They don't have the EMP. They only have 1 HP. I don't think there's a way that they can clutch this one up. Rambo will finish things off, and Ignite get another one. 2-6 on map 3 here. Love to see Ignite fighting, because like I said, it's good practice. See, the question is, B site more popular for plants and defenses? Well, it depends on where you are, what floor you're on, but certainly on the basement seems to be a favorite for a lot of teams. And again, thank you all for tuning in and enjoying the action. A nice crowd stopping by for a fantastic Friday night fight here this afternoon. I just had to check it's Friday. So again, I'm losing track of my days. Saturday and Sunday likely are filled with good games ahead, so keep your eyes peeled on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. I've seen a bunch of folks subscribing today, which we do appreciate. And stick around into January for the big weekends. Again, the postseason's coming up. You're not going to want to miss that gameplay. We're going to be doing giveaways during the postseason, during those weekends. So maybe get yourself some free HyperX hardware while you're watching some Breachers. It's going to be fun. You're not going to want to miss out on it. So please do stop in. January, every weekend filled with Breachers postseason as we get into another early lead for Ignite. Shutting down Duck, trying to rotate in. Mindbaker goes down from Wallbang, and Eternity are down to 3. Three v5 full health Ignite. They are going to push this the full distance if they can. They want every round in the books. Oh, and Juice gets a good nade. It does huge damage to move. And a counter nade comes in, forcing the push forward from N-Dog. They'll catch a retreat, but it's a 1-for-1 that leaves them into a 3v2. Penny's still not down there, joining up with Juice on the bottom floor. What is the play from Eternity? And maybe it's Penny swinging and coming in through the backside. Static emitter is there, audio transmitters here, and a McGrinch. So not an easy option if they do choose through that window. Otherwise, A site is defended by Rambo, and they haven't opened up the wall. Door blockers down there as well, denying entry. So it's going to be a 1-2 punch. Penny Packer comes in. XA catches 1-2 over the top. Ignite, go for another. 3-6 on map 3. If they tie here, 6-6 is the best they can do. The win still goes to Eternity, who won map 2 5-7. Time to hydrate a little bit. Got to stay hydrated when you're going for the full 2.5 hour plus top tier Ignite Eternity broadcast. But that's where we're at this afternoon. Going the distance, as they say. Eternity not able to really afford much. Double RCP seems to be the Hail Mary they're throwing here. And even after a perfect 6-0 defensive set, this is tough. Eternity cannot break through Rambo's defense either. Rambo's Ignite's defense. Ignite are looking very good, reminiscent of the solid defense we were seeing in map 1 and map 2, and honestly, even now here in map 3, they're putting up a very good defense. Audio transmitter gives away the slow and quiet rotation to B side. And while it sometimes doesn't get kills, it sometimes does, and other times completely shuts down rotations. Needs an utility go in at the cost of a life, make it 2. As Mindbaker comes in and misses the connection there onto Rambo, it leaves Duck on Quack alone in a 1v5 against a fully kitted Ignite squad. It's going to be rounds 5 and 6, the final rounds, rounds 12 and 11 and 12. That Eternity are going to try and get their final point. Like I was saying, Ignite are taking this one seriously because, again, it could be a match we see in the postseason, a rematch that could come through. And what a great storyline that would be. The final match of the season that gets taken to every round of every map, and it goes the way of Eternity, and then a rematch where Ignite get another chance to take 2 rounds out of, 2 more rounds against their opponent, and when it matters the most. I don't know. This Eternity squad, they definitely are looking disciplined here today. They are coming. They've come in strong on the comeback on map 1 to taking the win on map 2. They looked good here on the defensive set map 3. But again, so have Ignite. I mean, both teams really are bringing their A game in the last week, and this is any indicator of the action we're getting in the postseason. It's going to be good. Big double kills, smoke plays, huge nade. I mean, come on. Speaking of huge nades, there's a good toss, and Dog gets around the corner just in time. Penny catches a big kill with an RCP on the top floor. Maybe Ignite getting a little bit too aggressive, a rare opportunity where they overextend just the touch. Ignite really have been tucking in, so disciplined around objective on defense. If anything, that's a big change from the normalcy in Pennypacker. Definitely setting their team up for success. XA is to utilize the health syringe after getting chunked down by a grenade. big cleanup kill there. Bay goes down. Another on site, and B is wide open. Eternity have a chance. And it's all up to McGrinch in a 1v4 to keep this dream alive. There's one. Can they make it two? No, not quite. Looking for two. Has the door blocker to drop back. Is going to allow the EMP to be planted. Likely swing around for a retake. One v3. Here's Duck. Very loud on the stairs. Will catch their back. 1v2. Juice and Penny. The key staples of the Eternity team. Penny, the strategy. Juice, the captain, the lead. They're holding things down on objective still with utility up. Static emitter forcing the rotation to this side, and they're going to go through the static emitter. They'll get slowed down just enough for Juice to find the kills, and Eternity will take the final map. That's 2 for them in the series off of a map 1 tie. We went the distance here this afternoon. We could have gone one more round, I guess. But that's it. Eternity locking in a position in the top 7, guaranteeing their skin through to the round robin, too. I mean, hey, that's also good because that leads you into the cash prize pool contention. And Ignite, well, they're going to have to compete in the Challenger Cup. Not going to be able to get into the top 7 off of a loss here. And ultimately, a great fight. So, super happy that we tuned into this one. And I don't think we're going to have time to go into any others. So, that'll be it for me here on the desk. Thank you all for stopping in and enjoying the action. And until next time, stay classy. Reacher's VRML is brought to you by Triangle Factory, HyperX, ProTube VR, VR Cover. Thanks for watching VRML.